Picking up a cat may seem like a simple task, but it's actually an art that requires understanding your cat's body language and following a few important steps to ensure both you and your cat feel comfortable. Cats, unlike dogs, are often more independent and may not always want to be picked up, so it's essential to approach the situation carefully. Mishandling a cat while lifting it can lead to stress, injury, or even a negative association with human interaction. In order to pick up your cat correctly, you need to respect its boundaries, understand its behavior, and use the proper technique. First and foremost, it's important to gauge your cat's mood before attempting to pick it up. Some cats love being held and will readily jump into your arms, while others might be more cautious or even outright resistant to being lifted. The key is to look for signs of relaxation. If your cat is approaching you, purring, or in a calm position, it might be open to the idea of being picked up. However, if the cat is hissing, growling, or backing away, it's a sign that it is not in the mood for interaction, and it's best to wait until the cat feels more comfortable. Once you've assessed your cat's mood and decided to proceed, the next step is to approach your cat in a calm and controlled manner. Sudden movements or loud noises can startle a cat, making it less likely that it will want to be picked up. Approach your cat slowly and softly, avoiding any quick gestures that could make it feel threatened. If your cat is resting or lounging in a spot where it feels safe, it might be easier to pick up than if it's feeling active or alert. Cats tend to feel more secure when they're in familiar spaces, so picking them up from their resting spots can be a good starting point. When you are ready to lift your cat, it's important to support its body properly. Never pick up a cat by its legs, tail, or scruff. Doing so can cause pain and discomfort and could even lead to injury. Instead, place one hand under the cat's chest, just behind the front legs, and use your other hand to support its hindquarters. By lifting in this way, you are evenly distributing the weight of the cat's body and ensuring that it doesn't feel unsupported or unbalanced. This is the safest and most comfortable way to pick up a cat without causing stress or harm. Make sure to lift your cat gently but securely. Once your cat is in your arms, keep it close to your body to help it feel stable and secure. Hold the cat in a way that allows its legs to remain relatively free and not pinned down. The more securely you hold your cat, the less likely it is to squirm or try to escape. However, you should always be aware of its body language once in your arms. If your cat starts squirming or seems uncomfortable, it's important to set it down gently. Forcing a cat to stay in your arms against its will can lead to anxiety or even a negative response in the future. Another consideration is the cat's size and age. Kittens are usually lighter and easier to handle than adult cats, but even with a kitten, it's important to hold it securely. For larger cats, especially those who may be more prone to injury or arthritis, extra care is required to ensure you aren't straining them. If your cat has any physical limitations, be sure to lift it with even more caution, as improper handling can exacerbate pain or lead to further issues. When you are holding your cat, pay attention to its comfort level. Cats are creatures of habit, and they like to feel safe and secure. You should avoid shaking, jerking, or sudden movements while holding the cat, as this could frighten it. If your cat starts to panic or shows signs of distress, such as meowing loudly or trying to scratch you, gently set it back down and give it some space. Holding a cat too long or in an uncomfortable position can lead to stress, so it's important to respect its boundaries. Some cats enjoy being held and will settle in your arms, while others may only tolerate brief moments of being lifted. It's important to know your cat's personality and adapt accordingly. If your cat enjoys being carried, you can try walking around the house with it, but always be aware of how your cat responds. If it begins to squirm or seem uncomfortable, it's time to set it down. Holding a cat for too long can cause it to feel trapped or helpless, which can lead to anxiety or even aggressive behavior. Keeping the interactions brief and pleasant will help ensure your cat feels secure and comfortable. Once you've finished holding your cat, gently lower it back to the ground. Cats generally prefer to land on all four paws, so when setting them down, make sure to do so gently, allowing their paws to touch the surface first. If your cat is more independent and doesn't like being held for long, it's essential to give it a way to leave on its own terms. Simply releasing it from your arms or setting it down on a familiar surface like a bed or couch can give your cat a sense of control. In addition to the physical technique of picking up your cat, it's important to build trust with your cat over time. If your cat isn't used to being picked up, it may take some time for it to get comfortable. Don't force your cat into situations where it feels trapped or unsafe. Instead, try to build trust gradually by offering treats, petting, and positive reinforcement when your cat comes to you voluntarily. This will help create a positive association with being handled. Understanding your cat's preferences and respecting its space is key to fostering a trusting relationship. Every cat is different, and while some may love being picked up and cuddled, others may prefer to stay independent. By observing your cat's body language and responding to its cues, you can ensure that picking it up becomes a positive experience for both of you. Ultimately, the goal is to create a bond based on mutual respect and comfort, which will make your interactions with your cat more enjoyable and less stressful for both of you.